What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. In this video, we are going over the community update for the open beta and the road to a launch for Battlefield 6 open beta. If you guys do enjoy this video, leave a like on the video and make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. I will be doing a ton of Battlefield 6 content on this channel from now on. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. So first things first, let's read through this. They do go through the closed versus open weapons, so the feedback and changes made for open beta. We recently shared our goal to connect both new and veteran players to the Battlefield experience. There have been ongoing discussions about previous class systems, including interest in reintroducing closed weapons to classes as a playlist option, which is very interesting. To support different playstyles, we're developing functions that allow you to choose between closed and open weapon modes. Starting with the open beta, we're starting with a closed weapon conquest playlist in beta. You'll earn full XP progression in this mode, giving you the freedom to play your way, which sounds really good. You do want to play your way, and a lot of people do just want to, play with all the weapons and test them all out. So that's really nice that they're adding that. With the open beta inviting you to our largest played sessions yet, we encourage everyone to try switching between both systems to try to find out what best works for you. So that's very interesting. So open and closed weapon modes. So yeah, interesting. I'll probably be in the open mode because I want to play with all the weapons and see how they are. That's interesting though. They're not really class specific. For the maps and modes, we've been closely tracking player behavior and traversal across the different maps played in Battlefield Labs, such as for the below image of the Siege of Cairo. Using this and other data, we've identified several areas across maps that we've zoned in on and changed to better the flow of movement and the pace at which players traverse and fight each other. Interesting. Okay. So this is where I'm guessing the red is where most people go. Or I guess this is showing both sides, right? Interesting. Several direct changes also have been made to the layout objectives, including improved cover, adjusted objective sizes, which you do need improved cover for these games like this, especially Battlefield 6. You need improved cover. If you don't have good cover, there's like games like Battlefield 2042, which had really bad cover, and it was just ridiculous playing that game with no cover. It was just open fields every single map, and I like a lot of cover, so that's good that they're adding that. And tailored design to support balanced play for both sides. We've also updated the visual look of the objective boundaries, which is good, and repositioned turrets across the map to further enhance gameplay. I do like that as well. As we move to the next phase of the map testing, our focus will shift even more towards refining these objective layouts and the base blah, just refining the battlefield and everything like that. Very, very nice. Weapons, time to kill, and time to death have been frequent topics of the community feedback. With your inputs, we balance damage across the weapon pool, and we're eager to hear your thoughts on how these changes feel during the beta. Interesting. Okay, so they changed the UI, they changed some weapon balancing as well, which is nice. Provide unique weapon advantages. Introduce signature weapons. Selecting a weapon that aligns with your class now grants exclusive advantages for that weapon. Interesting. That no other classes will benefit from. For example, no other class will be able to utilize a sniper rifle as efficiently as a recon. I do like that. That's kind of like making it so the classes are kind of a thing that you go with. And if you don't want to do the classes, you want to do like a different weapon, like a sniper on a different class, it's not going to be as beneficial as you doing the sniper on the recon class, of course. So that's nice. The road to launch. Adapting and implementing feedback takes time, blah, blah, blah. They do talk about the assault class, and I think all the classes here. So while assault has been recognized as the class for frontline medics and a favorite among lone wolf players, we're now placing greater emphasis on team play. With reworked traits and gadgets, assault offers passive squad benefits that encourage teamwork and provide a stronger support for the squad. The adrenaline injector, initially offering a self-healing effect, now clears and boosts resistance to flash and stun effects. Really? That sounds a little crazy, actually. Enhances tolerance to explosive and incendiary damage as well, and improve movement speed. That sounds nuts. It sounds like something I'm going to be playing. We feel that this will reduce their self-sustaining perks and differentiate them further from the support class. Okay, makes sense. Commanding presence has replaced enhanced mobility as a new signature trait. This trait speeds up capturing objectives from nearby squad members and takes you and your team out of control status. or out of combat status faster. With this new ability, we're taking another step to provide the assault class with more team focused abilities. Okay, so they're really, like it says, they're really focusing on team efforts and team focus, so everybody works together as a squad. I do like that, since it is Battlefield, you should be working as a squad rather than just lone wolfing. But this is a good lone wolf class, but mixed with that, teamwork as well. We're also making a change to the gadget pool of the assault class as well. We've renamed the spawn beacon to deploy beacon, and it's now part of the assault class gadget pool instead of recon. Oh, I remember that in every single Battlefield, it usually was like the recon class always had that beacon or that deploy beacon, spawn beacon, where people can respawn like attack insurgent like in Call of Duty. So now it's going to be on the assault class. Interesting. That's really weird, actually, because you would think it would be on the recon class. You want to spawn somewhere, so that's like a sneaky spot. So we're going to see how that works. Although the deploy beacon has traditionally been a staple of the recon class, which it hasn't been without its challenges, often being used by solo snipers to redeploy in hard to reach places. That's true. By moving it to the assault class, we've been intentionally redefining it as a team play tool for frontline flanking and coordinated squad movement. I do like that change, actually, because it is true though, because snipers would go camp somewheres in a really far out place on the other side of the map, and you can't do anything when you're spawning on their beacon because you're all the way in Narnia. So it would be useless for everybody else. No one would spawn there. So that makes sense. That's cool. The deploy beacon has a finite number of uses per squad and will self-destruct if the assault player spawns back on it. Whoa. The spawn beacon will self-destruct if the player spawns back on it. That is interesting. Making it a tactical and limited resource rather than a persistent advantage. I can't read. We believe this addresses concerns around assault being too focused on solo play. Okay. Gadget is being introduced, the assault ladder. I did see these assault ladders. If you guys did not see them, they look insane. The assault ladder, literally, like you can like climb up into windows, and they use them in like Russia or whatever. They're crazy. This versatile tool provides squads with access to previously unreachable areas, functioning as either a ladder or ramp. And I saw the ramp get used for going in from the street level, going into the building, or kind of crossing it as like a bridge, and that is insane. Depending on the deployment angle, as a powerful team play gadget, it enables assault players to lead not just their squad but their entire team over obstacles, gain height advantages, or surprise the enemy in new ways. I really like this ladder gameplay here. I really am going to be very hyped on seeing how it's going to play, and I'll be showing you guys gameplay of that, obviously, when I get my hands on the beta and everything. Very excited for that. We got engineer as well. We're pleased to hear balanced feedback on the engineer class. Let's see what they change. We're eager to learn more about blah, blah, blah in terms of their core role in vehicle gameplay and explosions. While the engineering gadget pool supports and destroys vehicles and how effective engineers feel in direct combat, we've been closely monitoring their toolkit's performance in large-scale battles and keen to hear blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's just basically saying how people are going to react to this. They're talking about, we received general positive feedback. We're focusing on the refresh rate of supply crates. This is for support, and how well the support's signature weapon buffs contribute to the flow of the game. We want to ensure that support players feel essential to their squads, blah, blah, blah. Okay, makes sense. Anything else that's different? We got recon. I don't think there's anything different there. They're just hoping for the best. We got for recon and looking for feedback. We saw the opportunity to strengthen the disinformation and sabotage component of its role. With that in mind, we set out to redefine one of recon's training paths by removing Pathfinder and replacing it with Spec Ops. Interesting. A nod to the stealthy, explosive focus class last seen in Battlefield 2. Ooh, a little nod there to Battlefield 2. This is what I mean for Battlefield 6. Like, it's going to be such a good game, and they're trying to make it go back in the days of good Battlefield. Battlefield 2 were the days. You got Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, which was my favorite game ever. One of my favorite games ever. Love that game. If you guys haven't played it, look it up. It's insane. And it was for the original Xbox, I think. I don't think it was for I think it was for 360 later on, but I know it's for original Xbox. And it was insane. It was so much fun. So that's cool that they're kind of replacing the names for it, go back in time. This is the path for anyone who wants to take on the stealth function of their squad, providing them with insights on troop movement while quietly operating behind enemy lines. Interesting. So Spec Ops Zero, your base class training available from the start and allows quieter takedowns, crouch, and pro movement. Okay. We got Spec Ops 1, spots nearby enemy gadgets except when sprinting. Interesting. And we got Spec Ops 2. Going prone takes you out of control or out of combat much faster and removes the spot on self. Okay. Okay. So you just, okay. All right. That makes sense. I do like that. You kind of more sneaky, right? So you can't get, remove the spot on self. That's pretty good. So in addition, the Recon class features an active ability at level 3 that lets you call in a UAV to a marked position for passive spotting, further enhancing your squad's situational awareness. I do like this. It's giving everybody kind of like a helpful thing, a UAV, and to mark a position, to mark enemies, right? Passively. So I do like that. Together with the Recon signature trait, aim spotting, which automatically spots enemies while you're aiming down sights, you'll be fully equipped to play out the intelligence and counterintelligence role to its full potential. I do like that as well. And then we got the bottom here. So let's talk about this real quick. It's awesome. I think it's great. I think it's going to be supporting the team more, and that's what they really want. They want all these classes to support each other in a way rather than just lone wolfing. It sounds like they don't want no lone wolves. Like up here, they talked about this assault class. They don't want no lone wolves, basically, as much at least. You can still do it by yourself, but they want a lot of team play and a lot of, reviving as the support or the medic or whatever, and so on and so forth with the recon, with spotting players and stuff and helping out your team, which I really like personally. What's next? So that's basically all of it right there. That was okay. That was some good changes. I like the changes to the assault class. It makes it more valuable for your team. I like the changes for the Spec Ops as well for the recon class, which is very nice. So what's next? Open Beta is your chance to jump in. We also invite you to join us in the official Discord, and that's basically it. So they're going to be updating the game after this, obviously with the with the feedback they get from the beta play sessions and everything. And yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is going to be a great Battlefield 6? Do you guys think the beta is going to be amazing? And what do you guys think about this community update and open beta and kind of road to the launch? I'm really happy that they're letting us know what's going to happen to the classes. And they're already updating the game and telling us what's happening with the beta and so forth, and letting us know about everything. What is your guys' favorite change? What is your guys' favorite change in what class? And also, do you guys dislike any changes that I talked about here? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will be doing tons of Battlefield 6 gameplay videos and maybe even guides and stuff like that on Battlefield 6. I'm very hyped for this game. So yeah, if you are not subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you leave a like on the video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day or night, and peace.